Imagine you're sitting beside a fire. Not 100 years ago. Not 1,000 years ago. But 50,000 years ago.
No phones. No internet. No school. No cities.
Just darkness and a fire. Then something strange happens. A cloud of smoke blows into your face. You breathe it in. And suddenly,
you feel different. A little calmer. A little happier.
A little weird. Now here's the crazy part. That moment might have started one of the oldest human habits ever. Because smoking may be older than farming. Older than writing. And maybe even older than civilization itself. Before humans smoked anything, they first had to discover fire. Scientists believe our ancient relatives were using fire almost 1 million years ago. Every day they sat around it.
They cooked food.
They stayed warm. They scared away dangerous animals. But they also breathed smoke.
A lot of smoke.
Day after day. Year after year. Generation after generation. And here's where things get interesting. Not all plants create the same smoke. Some plants release chemicals that affect the brain. So imagine this. One day a strange plant falls into the fire. Smoke rises into the air. Everyone nearby breathes it in.
A few minutes later, someone feels different. Maybe relaxed. Maybe happy. Maybe curious. And for the first time ever, a human notices.
Wait, what caused that? That simple question may have changed history forever. At first it was probably an accident. But humans are very good at noticing patterns. If something works once, we try it again. So maybe people started putting certain plants into fires on purpose. Not because they understood science. Not because they knew about chemicals. But because they knew one thing. It made them feel different. And humans have always been curious. For thousands of years people experimented with plants. Some made them feel good. Some made them sick. And some were probably deadly. Ancient humans learned through trial and error. The successful lessons were passed from parents to children. Not through books.
Not through schools.
But through stories told around the fire. Now you might be wondering, do we actually have proof? The oldest strong evidence of people intentionally smoking special plants comes from around 2,500 years ago in Central Asia. Archaeologists found burned cannabis inside ancient ritual containers.
But here's the problem.
Plants don't survive very well underground.
Wood rots. Leaves disappear. Seeds decay.
So just because we haven't found older evidence, doesn't mean it never happened. In fact, scientists discovered something even older. In North America, researchers found wild tobacco seeds in a fire pit that was around 12,000 years old. That's thousands of years before many famous ancient civilizations even existed. Which means humans may have been using smoking plants for a very, very long time. But ancient smoking wasn't like modern smoking. Most people weren't doing it for fun. They believed smoke was special. Many cultures thought smoke carried messages to gods and spirits. In the Americas, tobacco was often used during ceremonies. Smoke was seen as something sacred,
something powerful,
something worthy of respect. A person using tobacco wasn't just relaxing. They believed they were connecting with another world. Across different continents, people developed similar ideas.
Different plants, different cultures, but one common belief.
Smoke had meaning. Here's another surprising fact. Ancient people also used smoke as medicine.
Egyptians did it. Greeks did it.
Indians did it. Doctors heated herbs and had people inhale the smoke. Today that sounds strange. But remember, they didn't have modern medicine.
No antibiotics. No hospitals. No pharmacies.
They used whatever tools they had. And sometimes, those treatments actually helped. For thousands of years smoking was mostly ritual, medicine, or tradition. Then everything changed. When Europeans arrived in the Americas, they discovered tobacco.
And they loved it.
Very quickly tobacco spread across the world. What was once sacred became a business. Then it became a giant industry. Factories made cigarettes cheaper and easier to buy. Millions of people started smoking every day. The old rituals disappeared. The meaning disappeared. Only the habit remained. The same behavior, but a completely different purpose. So, when did humans start smoking? The honest answer is,
we don't know.
It may be 12,000 years ago.
It may be much older.
Maybe even as old as fire itself. But what we do know is this. Long before cities. Long before kings. Long before history books. Humans were already sitting around fires. Watching smoke rise into the night sky. Somewhere, One curious person noticed something strange.
They felt different. They tried it again. Then they taught someone else. And that small moment
may have started a habit that has followed humanity for thousands of years. Because while almost everything about our world has changed, one thing has stayed the same. We still gather around fire.
We still breathe.
And we still wonder what happens when curiosity meets smoke.